Hello everyone, greetings and salutations. This is gonna be my first video. Oh yeah, I'm Genius by the way, so anyway. This is gonna be my first video. Sorry if I'm a little, how do I say this? Unorganized when it comes to my teachings. Just got this new recording software and I just thought, why not, teach people about math? And I thought this would be very helpful for those who are struggling in math. So yeah, again, sorry if sorry if it's a little bit unorganized. But yeah, today we're going to be going over arcs and inscribed angles. So if you don't know what an arc is, it's basically the connection of two lines over a circumference area. So let me draw this out for you so you can get a better picture of what I'm trying to describe here. So again, it's the meeting of two lines on the circumference. So let's say two lines connect to the central angle, which is right here, and this area right here, this would be the arc. And yeah, that's basically what an arc is. What else was I gonna say? Let me just erase this really quick. So before we dive into inscribed angles, of course, I'm gonna also teach you, if I can if I can erase this, right? I'm gonna teach you about the different kinds of arcs, and yeah. So there are three kinds of arcs, right? There's the minor arc. If you don't know what a minor arc is, it's basically how do I say this? It's basically like a normal arc, except it's much smaller. It's less than 180 degrees. So any arc that's less than 180 degrees, that is a minor arc. So this right here, this is a minor arc. And there's also a major arc. And a major arc is basically um, any meeting of the lines on the circumference that surpasses 180 degrees. So let me. So sorry for my poorly drawn circle, but anything that's over 180 degrees would look like this, basically, meeting at the central angle, and then meeting over 180 degrees. And of course, the last version of an arc is a semicircle, and a semicircle is pretty self-explanatory. It meets at 180 degrees because remember a semicircle. Remember, a semicircle is 180 degrees, so of course it'll be a semicircle. But yeah. So next in line before we get into inscribed angles, we'll also have to tell you the measurements, how to find the measurements of arcs, basically. So of any normal arc that meets at the central angle right here, the central angle will always, remember, the central angle will always equal the arc. So let's say this is 90 degrees. I know this doesn't look like 90 degrees, but humor me for a second here. So let's say the arc right here is 90 degrees. That would make this central angle also 90 degrees. Let's say this circle right here, we got the central angle right here. Let's say this is 180 degrees. The central angle will also have to be 180 degrees. And lastly, if this major arc right here is 270 degrees, as an example, this will also have to equal 270 degrees. Why? Because again, it's self-explanatory. Meets at the line goal. But the same cannot be said for inscribed angles. This is where inscribed angles come into play here. So an inscribed angle is pretty self-explanatory, right, guys? An inscribed angle is basically a normal arc, except the angle meets on top of the circle. Instead of being in the middle, it's on top of the circle, right? So inscribed angles have completely different rules from normal central angles. You hear? So with central angles, uh, when the central angle basically equals the arc that meets with the circle. But with inscribed angles, let's say this is 90 degrees. To find the outer part, which is right here, guys, which is right here, um, you just do 90 times 2. That, of course, equals 180 degrees. So that would also make this 180 degrees. So yeah, that's basically the end of this lesson. If you want more, I plan on doing like these daily. So yeah, if you want more, be sure to hit the notification bell and subscribe. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I initially planned on like showing you guys a chart I made. Um, but it's of course like not like with me right now. It's like, how do I say this? It's not digital, okay? So I was gonna show you like a chart that I made. Wait, actually, I can show you guys. I got this webcam yesterday, and all you guys really have to do is just like all I have to do first is whip the chart out on the screen, and you guys can easily take a snapshot of it. And if you don't know how to take a snapshot, you can ask your parents or just go to this trusty icon, this trusty app that I like to call, which is called a snipping tool. So first you open it up and then take a screenshot of it. So now for the blibber blabber, I'm gonna open my webcam and instantly show you guys what my chart is. So you have access to all the vocabulary words for basically everything. So yeah, I'm gonna whip it out right now.